All right, so get this. We're diving deep into low-content books on Amazon KDP.
Yeah, those journals, planners, even guest books.
The kind of stuff you see at weddings,
Simple to make.
but with huge potential, right?
Passive income, that's the dream.
But here's the thing. Gotta find the right niche.
Oh, yeah, that's key.
So think of this deep dive as, like, our treasure map.
Leading us to those hidden, profitable gems.
Okay, so first, what exactly are low-content books?
Well, they're this really cool mix of creativity and, practical use.
I like that.
I mean, think about it. They're easy to make content-wise.
Right, not writing a novel here.
But they give tons of value to the person using them.
Okay, so the sources lay out some specific examples, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We're talking journals, of course, for, every type of person.
Planners.
To keep your life on track, notebooks for when you have a great idea,
Trackers for habits, budgets, all that.
and even, get this, activity books and guest books.
Yeah, it's a broad category.
So the big question is, how do we find those profitable niches?
Well, the sources all point to Amazon's bestseller rankings.
Okay, but, doesn't everyone already know to look there?
Most people just skim the surface.
What do you mean?
They see, journals at the top and assume it's too crowded.
Oh, I see.
But you got to dig deeper. It's like panning for gold.
I like that analogy.
You got to sift through the dirt to find those nuggets.
So we're not looking at the broad categories.
Oh, no.
We're going deep into those subcategories.
Precisely.
Okay, I'm with you.
Say you're interested in fitness journals, right?
I think that's...
Instead of getting lost in that huge general category,
Right.
you'd explore subcategories like yoga journals
Okay.
or weightlifting trackers,
Interesting.
maybe even journals for marathon runners.
Yes. So we're talking super specific niches.
Exactly.
But how do we know if a niche, like let's say journals for marathon runners, is actually going to be profitable?
That's where we go to the next level, and it gets really interesting.
I'm intrigued.
We move past the rankings and dive deep into customer reviews.
Reviews, okay.
Think of it as eavesdropping on what the market wants.
Eavesdropping on Amazon reviews? I'm listening.
So first, are there a ton of reviews?
Okay, good sign.
Means there's demand, but more importantly, what are people saying?
What are we looking for?
Are they raving about features,
Right.
Or even better, are they complaining about what's missing?
What do you mean?
Those complaints, those unmet needs, that's pure gold.
Okay, so if I see a popular gratitude journal
Yeah.
and a bunch of reviews are like, I wish there was more space for writing.
That's a clue. That's a huge clue.
That's the niche.
You're finding a gap in the market.
And then filling it with your unique book.
Exactly. That's smart.
Smart business.
That's the idea.
Okay, but even before reviews, how do we know what people are searching for on Amazon?
Keywords.
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 They connect your awesome book to those eager buyers.
But figuring that out seems like it would take fancy, expensive software. Nope. Amazon itself is an amazing free tool.
Really?
Start typing a broad term, let's say fitness journal,
Okay, I've done that before.
and see what autofills in the search bar.
Oh, that's right.
Those suggestions, they're based on real searches.
So you know what people are looking for.
Exactly.
That's really useful.
right.
So once we have a few keywords, what are we actually looking for?
We're looking for that sweet spot.
Which is
High search volume.
meaning.
Lots of people are searching for it.
Okay.
But low competition.
Meaning.
Not a ton of other books already there.
So 2025 gardening planner might be better than just gardening planner.
Exactly.
It's all about those little pockets of opportunity.
Where demand is high, but supply hasn't caught up yet.
Makes sense.
And once you've got some promising keywords,
Yeah.
tools like Helium 10 can help you dig even deeper.
So I have to check that out.
Yeah. But for now, that Amazon search bar trick is a great place to start.
I feel like a keyword detective already.
That's the spirit.
Okay, so we've scoped out bestsellers. We've done some keyword sleuthing.
Right.
What's the next step on our treasure map?
Now it's time to put on our spy glasses and check out the competition.
Okay, competition.
But remember, this isn't about copying.
Right, not stealing ideas.
It's about gathering intel.
Okay, so what kind of intel are we after?
Once again, those customer reviews are pure gold.
Reviews.
Again, okay. What are people praising about existing low-content books?
Right.
What could be improved?
Okay,
What features are they wishing for?
I see.
Don't just skim those reviews.
Gotcha.
Really dive deep into the sentiment.
Sentiment, okay.
Look for patterns, themes, especially those "I wish this had" comments.
So if we see a travel journal and tons of reviews are like, I wish it had a section for packing lists.
Boom. Potential niche right there.
A travel journal specifically for packing lists.
You got it. Now, I'm curious, what stands out to you so far?
Good question.
Have you ever thought about creating a low-content book? What niche is sparking your interest? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, let's make this a conversation, folks.
I love that idea.
Now, while you're all thinking about that, I want to pick up on something you mentioned earlier
Oh, yeah.
about identifying gaps in the market.
That's key.
Let's dig into that a little more.
Sounds good to me. It's been really interesting looking at these strategies
It has.
for finding those profitable niches.
Yeah.
But there's another crucial thing to think about.
Okay, what's that?
It's problem solving.
Problem solving. Now, that's interesting.
Yeah, beyond keywords and competition,
Right.
it's about finding solutions.
So we're not just making, like, pretty journals or trendy planners.
No.
We're actually trying to solve people's problems.
Exactly. The most successful low-content books are the ones that address a specific need.
Okay, I think I'm starting to see the light here.
Good.
So instead of just saying, oh, I'll make a cute cat journal because I love cats,
Yeah.
I need to think about what problems cat owners face that a journal could help them solve.
Precisely. Maybe they struggle with remembering vet appointments,
Oh, that's a good one.
or their cat's medication schedule.
Right.
Or maybe they want to track their cats, like quirky behaviors,
That's cute.
or their training progress.
You're so right.
It's about making it useful.
Yeah, suddenly that cute cat journal is a valuable tool
Exactly.
that helps cat owners stay organized.
And engaged with their furry friends.
And that's what makes it stand out.
Right, it has a purpose.
Beyond just being cute, it solves a problem.
That's the key.
So our listeners are getting this now.
I hope so.
Problem solving is key.
It is.
But how do we actually identify those problem areas?
Well, remember those customer reviews we talked about?
Of course, pure gold.
They're a gold mine for finding pain points.
Okay, pain points, I like that.
What are people complaining about?
Right.
What are they frustrated with?
Makes sense.
What do they wish existing products had?
We're turning complaints into opportunities.
Exactly. And don't limit yourself to just Amazon reviews.
Oh, good point.
Look at relevant forums, social media groups.
Okay, I see.
You can even chat with people in your niche offline.
Get out there and talk to people.
Right. Get a real sense of their struggles.
And then brainstorm how a low-content book could help.
That's the idea.
I love it. It's a whole approach.
It is.
So let's say we found a problem,
Okay.
and we have this amazing idea for a book to solve it.
Awesome.
Do we just jump into designing and publishing?
Not so fast.
Oh.
It's always wise to test your idea first.
Testing. How do you test a low-content book idea?
Well, you can start by creating a simple mock-up
Okay, I'm on it.
and sharing it with people in your target audience.
Gotcha.
Ask for their honest feedback.
On the design, the layout, everything.
Everything,
It's
exactly.
like a mini focus group.
That's a great way to put it.
For our book idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
You can even do a small initial print run.
Really?
See how it sells, get real-world feedback.
That's smart. It's better to make changes early on
Right.
than to, invest a ton of time and money.
And then it flops.
Exactly.
It's about minimizing risk.
So testing and refining is crucial.
Absolutely.
It ensures our book is not only unique and pretty.
But also genuinely valuable.
Speaking of valuable,
Mhm.
this whole conversation has been so helpful.
Glad to hear it.
For our listeners, we've covered so much.
We have.
Uncovering niches, problem solving. It's been great.
It's a lot to take in.
I'm curious, for those of you who've done this before,
Yeah,
have you had to change your book idea based on feedback?
that's a great question.
Share your stories in the comments. We'd love to hear them.
We would.
Now, while you're thinking about that,
Yeah.
I want to emphasize this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more to explore.
That's right. And in part 3, we'll get even more specific.
Awesome.
We'll look at niche examples,
Love it.
explore different types of low-content books,
Beyond just journals and planners.
and share even more tips for success.
It's going to be great.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're wrapping up our exploration of low-content book niches on Amazon KDP.
And getting ready to put all this knowledge into action.
Right. So far, we've talked about broad strategies, niche selection.
Even that mindset shift to problem solving.
But now it's time to get specific.
Yeah, let's dive into some examples.
Up until now, we've mostly used journals and planners as examples.
Which makes sense. They're popular.
But our sources mention a whole range of low-content book types.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more out there.
We're talking trackers, activity books.
Even guest books. Can you believe it?
So many possibilities.
Endless, really.
Okay, so let's take planners, for example.
Sure.
Instead of just a generic daily planner,
Right. Anyone can make those.
what if we targeted a specific audience?
Now we're talking like busy moms,
Oh yeah, moms are always busy.
entrepreneurs,
People who are running their own businesses.
or students, struggling with time management.
Students always need help with that.
It's a common problem
So a planner designed just for them.
for their specific needs.
But wouldn't that narrow our audience too much?
Not necessarily. You're more likely to attract the right buyers that way.
The ones who are actually looking for that specific thing.
Exactly. Plus, you can charge a higher price.
Because it's a specialized solution.
Exactly.
So quality over quantity.
I like it.
A smaller audience, but they're more likely to buy.
And willing to pay more.
Okay, what about trackers? How do we apply this niche thinking to those?
Well, think about self-improvement trends.
Oh yeah, everyone's trying to improve themselves.
Habit trackers are huge right now.
They are?
But you can niche down even further.
How so?
Create a tracker for a specific habit.
Like what?
A sleep tracker, a mood tracker,
Ooh, I like those.
even a screen time tracker.
Oh, for people trying to unplug.
Exactly. That's a big one these days.
I bet parents would love that for their kids too.
Absolutely. And think about the design.
Could make it really visually appealing.
Calming colors, imagery,
Oh. To reinforce that feeling of unplugging.
Exactly.
I love how creative this is.
It's fun, right?
But it's also about solving a problem.
That's the key.
Okay, so we don't have to go super narrow with our niche.
No, you can combine elements too.
Oh, like a spiritual fitness planner?
There you go. Mindfulness meets workouts.
I like it.
Or a travel journal for solo female travelers.
That's a great idea.
Or a recipe book for people with dietary restrictions.
My brain is buzzing with ideas now.
That's what we want.
I bet our listeners are feeling the same way.
I hope so.
But before we all go off and start creating,
Yeah.
what's your final advice for people diving into low-content books?
I'd say approach it as a journey of discovery.
I like that.
Don't be afraid to experiment, test ideas,
Try new things.
and most importantly, have fun.
That's so important.
The more passionate you are about your niche,
The better your book will be.
it'll shine through,
And who knows, you might find a hidden gem.
that no one else has thought of.
Okay, that's great advice.
It's not just about following trends,
It's about bringing something new.
your own unique perspective.
Your passion.
And remember, this market is always changing.
So true.
Stay curious, stay adaptable.
Never stop learning.
That's it.
This has been such a great deep dive.
It has.
We've learned so much.
From the basics to those niche strategies,
And we've even seen what it takes to succeed.
it's all about putting in the work.
But it can be really fun and rewarding.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we go, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. What are your biggest takeaways?
What niche are you most excited to explore?
Share your thoughts in the comments.
We love hearing from our listeners.
Until next time.
Happy creating, everyone.